Happy Empathy
Happy
Day!
Day.
Hi, I'm Louie Stowell, and I'm the author of the Loki, A Bad God's Guide series, including A Bad God's Guide Taking the Blame.
I'm Michael Mann, and I'm the author of Ghost Cloud and Night Spark.
Hi, I'm Az, also known as AM Dassu, and I'm the author of Fight Back, which you can see the cover for behind me.
As Michael and I have come together to discuss empathy resolutions.
And we're going to look at how you can change things for the better through empathy.
You'll have heard of New Year's resolutions. Well, empathy resolutions are something pretty similar. You need to think of a way that you can change your behavior in one small way to have a positive impact on the people in the world around you.
So, Michael, what is your empathy resolution?
Well, Louis, I have done my little poster here, and I have put thank specifically, and I've coloured it in, as you can see. I put that, and what that means, what I mean by that is, I think when I thank people, I can be quite generic. So in a coffee shop, just say thanks. Or my daughter got her report the other day, and I saw the teacher was like, oh, thanks for the report. And what I think I'd like to do, which I think would be better, if I just put that little moment of thought about why I'm thankful. Maybe for the daughter's report, I might say, the words were really thoughtful, or, thanks for taking the time to do it so nicely, or thoughtfully, and for the coffee, it was delicious, or whatever it is, just to go that extra mile without being creepy, because I think it just shows that you're taking that moment to think about how that person has made an effort or what they have done, and you're showing them that you've listened and you've heard. And I think that would be a nice thing. So it's not just being polite, it's like you're connecting with that person. That is my resolution.
Right, yeah. So you're taking it beyond just formal thank you to emotional thank you.
Exactly. Yes.
And what do you think? What sort of impact do you think that will have on the people around you that you're thanking?
Well, I think hopefully, when you're, much as I am, we all try and be polite, don't we? But it kind of just blows over us, doesn't it? If you do the please and thank yous, and I think hopefully, it will make the person feel a bit seen. I think it hopefully will make them and me recognize that they're doing lovely things, and we all do, don't we? People are doing really nice things and making an effort and using their skills and talents and all day, every day, and they just kind of, I think it's quite easy to go on autopilot and not notice both ourselves, what we're doing, and what other people are doing, and hopefully. Not overstating my tiny thank yous, but hopefully just take a little moment where we can connect and have a nice moment where we're as people, as opposed to just doing a job or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Your thanks memorable. So I would remember what you thanking me if you gave me a reason for your thanks. So it's quite nice.
Oh. Thank you, Az, for that thoughtful comment. So, Az, tell me about your empathy resolution.
So mine is to stop and don't interrupt. Do you like my calligraphy?
I do.
Yeah, so I have a really bad habit, and Louis probably has endured this many times when we meet up.
Never.
I get really excited when I'm speaking to somebody, and I think that, I'm going to forget what I'm going to say, and I have this habit of just butting in. And so I really want to try and stop and not interrupt, because I'm not sure how the other person might experience me butting in. They might think I'm not listening or that I'm not interested. So I really want to try and make an effort to just listen before I respond, rather than behaving like an excitable puppy.
I love excitable puppies, but I can see what you mean. How do you think that's going to make them feel, or make you feel, if you do that?
I think that might make the other person feel like I've listened, and that I don't know if sometimes maybe I come across as somebody who, because I sometimes might finish somebody's sentences, and I'm sort of trying to show that I'm really engaged, that I get it, and I'm really sort of in tune with what they're saying, but I'm not sure. Maybe that person's thinking, oh God, she's finishing my sentences for me. She doesn't move on. She's not interested. So I would hope that by me not doing that, that person would know that I'm interested. But obviously, my challenge will be to hold my thoughts in my head, because I'll probably just forget what I wanted to say. So the challenge is then not just being completely quiet, and then at the end of the conversation sort of going, How it works out.
But
I
it's
can
like how
imagine
like moderation is much harder than going to one extreme in some ways. So like, how do I be present and put stuff into the conversation without taking over?
Exactly. So Louis, what's your resolution?
My resolution is, wait, that's the wrong level. There you go. I will keep trying to understand others, even when it's hard. So this was sort of inspired by Loki because he finds empathy quite difficult. He's sort of learning it from scratch because he's been a self-centered god for like thousands of years. And I think basically it's all very well. It's very easy to be like, yeah, I really feel you when it's with someone you like. But if it's with someone that really annoys you, showing empathy is just that little bit harder. So trying to kind of see things from their point of view, even if their point of view is super annoying, and realize that actually you can't just be a nice person when it's easy. You've got to do it when it's hard as well.
Yeah. And do you think that will impact the other person more or you?
I think I don't know if it'll impact the other person, actually. I don't know if they would notice, but I think for me it's sort of like one of those things that even if it doesn't have an impact on other people, it's still important because it is about kind of each person needs to be valued as a person, and it's not really my job to say whether someone's a good person or a bad person and therefore deserving of empathy. It's just kind of empathy needs to be for everyone.
That's such a good point. It is, absolutely. Yeah, really great point.
I wonder if that's going to be different as well. Just thinking about how you do that in, face to face versus, on social media and all the different ways that you can actually channel that, trying to kind of engage and empathize.
Well, I think face to face in a way maybe it's easier, except I mean it depends, because I'm not someone that snaps at people, but if I was, then I think that would be a face to face thing. Whereas I think for me maybe social media would be the bigger impact, because it's sort of where I think, well, sometimes it's just I don't need to reply to this and that's fine. And like I don't need to tell you you're wrong, because obviously you've come to that conclusion for whatever reason.
Now it's your turn. What's your empathy resolution going to be?
What could you do that would make your home, your school, or your community a better, more caring place?
Have a go at making and sharing your empathy resolution with your class.
You can get more inspiration by watching the resolutions of lots more of your favourite authors and illustrators at empathylab.uk/Empathy Day Live.
What are you waiting for? Start making and acting on your resolutions now.
Good luck.
Have a great empathy day.
Bye.
Bye.